Cooking is a fun and profitable activity to do in Palia. This guide will take you through the basics of cooking, how to get all current recipes in the game, as well as how to participate in cooking parties for gold making. When you first start out in Palia, you will be instructed to craft a campfire in the quest Cooking 101, which will serve as your only way of cooking until level 2. The campfire can be used to cook fish, meat, mushrooms, oyster, and Fisherman's Brew. Reth is the cooking NPC in Palia, and he is usually found in the Kilima Inn. Every cooking level unlocks new equipment and recipes for cooking, and at cooking level 2 you get a free standard stove and prep station from Reth to truly begin your cooking journey. With these, you unlock the ability to cook different items using forageables, fish, meat, fruit, vegetables, and other ingredients with multiple steps. Some ingredients you can't find in the world, and you have to buy them from Veggie's general store. The current cooking stations are the standard stove, prep station, mixing station, and standard oven, which all serve different purposes for each recipe. The stove and oven in particular you must keep an eye on, as things may burn or time out. The stove has a flip mechanic which must be done on time, and the oven will burn items if you do not take them out in time. Cooking is a mini-game in which you start the recipe and must fulfill certain actions in order to successfully complete the recipe. Cooking has multiple actions, including using a whisk to mix ingredients, which is simply holding down left click until the action is complete, chopping, which requires you to left click once the blue marker reaches a gray line, rolling dough, which has a bar that travels up and down that you must left click on every time it goes across, and finally flipping, which requires you to hold down left click until the blue circle overlaps on the gray one and then let go. Some of these require precise clicks so that you do not miss them, while the mixing is just a very easy one. You just hold down the left click. After starting the cooking recipe, while you are cooking, you are able to see which ingredients have already been made, as there are a number above the different stations showing how many are needed for the recipe. This helps you keep track of making the right amount of each item and not making extras. Using star ingredients in your recipe increases your chance of the final item being a star quality food, so if you want your items to sell for more gold or you simply just need a star quality food, make sure to use more of those ingredients. Now here are how you get the recipes in the game. The first recipes you can buy from Reth as you increase your cooking level. The Hearty Veg Soup at level 2, Ramen at level 3, Steak Dinner at level 4, Meaty Stir Fry at level 5, Blueberry Pie at level 6, Veggie Fried Rice at level 7, Chapaa Masala at level 8, and Celebration Cake at level 9 are all purchasable from Reth within his Cooking Guild shop. The rest of the recipes in the game are either found in different locations throughout the world, as well as through reaching certain friendship levels with NPCs or through fishing. There are 2 recipes you can get for a limited time within the Maji Market event, so make sure to get them before it ends. Chapaa Onigiri and Sweet Poke Bowl are both received by eating the savory and sweet foods in the Maji Market, and you can track your progress through the stamp card in your events tab. Here are the non-friendship recipes. Palian onion soup can be found in 2 locations in the Fisherman's Lagoon in Kilima Village. The first page is on the pier. When you walk up towards the fishing stall, it is on the right. The second page is where the barrels are on top of the pier as well. Akwinduu Chapaa is in the river area above Statue Garden in Bahari Bay. The first page is on the stairs of the cabin, the second is on the left piece of land, and the third is on the mainland slightly south of the middle piece of land. I have already picked these pages up, but I did mark where the pages will be. Macaron can be found slightly southeast of the flooded steps, in which you find a list on the floor. This one I already have as well, but here is the location and what it will look like when you approach it. You must take it to Hekla to finish the quest and obtain the recipe. Loaded potato soup is located on the table in Hodari and Najima's kitchen in Bahari Bay. Bacon stuffed mushroom recipe is on the table in Badru and Delilah's kitchen in the farm. And lastly, this one is a bit of a spoiler, so skip this part if you don't want to be spoiled. Bouillabaisse is a recipe you get from finishing the freshwater bundle by donating the items it requires. The items that you have to donate are the Inky Dragonfly, Star Quality Trout Dinner, Hydrate Pro Fertilizer, and the Giant Goldfish. Here are all of the fished recipes. These will all look like a piece of paper in a glass bottle and barely move when you catch them, so they are easy to catch, but the chance of getting them is rare. Fish stew is found by fishing in Bahari Bay coast with a worm. Sashimi is found by fishing in Bahari Bay rivers without a worm. Sushi is found by fishing in any pond with a glowworm. You can also get Fisherman's Brew from Einar's store after reaching fishing level 5, which is a profitable recipe to make on the campfire. Here are all of the recipes that require friendship levels. Creamy carrot soup is achieved through friendship level 2 with Kaleri, who then sends you a library card in the mail. You can then go to the library to read a book and learn the recipe. Trout Dinner is through reaching friendship level 3 with Einar, and then you are able to go into his cave and the recipe will be on the left. Sernuk Noodle Stew is through reaching friendship level 3 with Ashura, and then it is located on the little windowsill in his room. Tomato Soup is by reaching friendship level 3 with Reth, and it is located in his storeroom by the door, which is under Kilima Inn. Apple Pie is by reaching friendship level 3 with Delilah. It is located in Delilah's room on the table to the right. Fried Catfish is by reaching friendship level 3 with Hassian, and it will be located in the back of Hassian's Grove. Cream of Mushroom Soup is received by reaching level 4 friendship with Gina and by completing the quest. This one I do not have yet, but I do know you get it from Hekla while doing the quest. Cooking parties, especially celebration cake parties, are very profitable if you want to make gold in Palia, and I think this is where the social aspect of Palia shines the most. In order to join cooking parties, the Palia Discord has a channel called LFG Parties, and you can filter for which parties are open in order to join one. You do not need the recipe yourself if you are not the starter. You can join any party as long as you have the required ingredients needed for your role. In order to register, just send a message saying which role you want to be, and then you will be approved depending on if they have space or not. When you join a cooking party, you must add the host to your friends list and then visit them on their housing plot. Often, the hosts have a diagram showing which spot you're supposed to stand in, but if they don't, just make sure stand in at the spot required for your role and adjust when needed. When joining the parties, there are two major rules you must stick to. The first rule is do only one step. This is to ensure that everyone gets to participate. So for example, if you join a celebration cake party and your role is to make batter, make sure to only make one batter and not multiple, or you'll be costing someone else their cake. The second rule is to make sure to put all of the ingredients not required for your role in a lockbox. This is to make sure you do not accidentally make the wrong item and waste ingredients. The menu can sometimes hop around and will cause issues, so this is an extremely important step. For example, if your role is making batter for the celebration cake, you will lockbox sweet leaves and milk, as you only need flour, butter, and eggs in order to make the batter. That is everything you need to know in order to cook in Palia. I hope you have fun cooking, and please like and subscribe if this video helps you. Thank you so much for watching.